Hello, this is Joy Olson of Blockbuster Fundraising, and along with me today is
Mateo.
Mateo is production manager here at Blockbuster Fundraising, and we're having a little bit of a summer roundup today. Some things that we want to talk about. And first and foremost on our minds and our hearts is Houston. What's happening in Houston right now?
Tragic.
It's just devastating, and this is just the beginning of what they're facing, Mateo. And I had some really deep thoughts about it, because as a fundraiser, it's times like this that make you really happy to be in the nonprofit world and to really try to make an important difference for situations like this that are, you really have to get in and raise money to help people. And so we hope that everyone out there is finding your favorite philanthropic way of helping the people of Houston and the animals of Houston. And oh my gosh.
They don't have as big of a voice either.
Oh, the animals, no. I know. I mean, it's terrible. Well, of course, I don't have any children at home, but I do
animals.
have 2 cats and 4 dogs. And you think about these people, and my God, they're up on the roof and they can't even go in the attic. And oh my gosh, it's so tragic. So there's just no way that we can come to you with any kind of a roundup without first voicing our true concern and best wishes for everyone in Houston. And secondly, Mateo, what just hit home with me is all the TV people are talking about what a difference social media has made.
Amazing.
Because these people didn't have power. They had no way of telling people that they were submerged. And they said it's absolutely amazing what happened with them getting their need for help and need to be rescued out via their phones and Facebook and Twitter and all the ways that we now communicate with one another. And that's, of course, why we're here doing what we do at Blockbuster Fundraising, trying to help people via social media, because it's just such a convenient way to communicate. And for these people, it's just an emergency, dire circumstance to communicate. So I'm really worried today about everybody's batteries that are gone.
They're going
and
to start dying.
Oh gosh. Well, anyhow,
Yeah.
we're thinking about Houston, and we know you are too. And so that first and foremost, that's on our mind. So I was telling Mateo, as we gear up for our Fall Fundraising Festival, we are winding down summer. And in the last, so we thought, well, let's have a little summer roundup of thoughts. And a couple of communications have come in to me that I would really like to highlight. And I've been showing them to Mateo, and we've been taking some pictures so that we can put them up. But, all the time we talk about your new donors. And when you have a story and you bring new people in, have a new welcome packet ready to go out to those people to further involve them and give them more information and let them know just what a great impact their gift is having. Well, I know I shared with you this summer that I got extremely concerned about all the kids that were starving in the 4 African nations, the total famine, and it just broke my heart. So I think it was ABC that particular night, they said, here's how you can help, and Save the Children was mentioned. Immediately, I had grabbed my phone and donate now, and I became a monthly donor. So look, and immediately I've received a few emails. And then a couple of weeks ago, look at this personalized thank you I got. Joy, you are amazing.
Yeah, that's great.
Not really, but Save the Children is telling me that. And then they welcome me. I'm sure that you probably can't see that. I'll try to, yes, you can, when we're going to show you a picture. But welcome. And so all of a sudden, I've had emails. I already feel a little bit part of the family, but they send me this beautiful welcome piece. And look, they're telling a story. This is Elliot, and he's one of the children that I am helping. And again, it says, welcome, Joy. It tells about my monthly gift, and it says, you are changing the world. So isn't that wonderful? So, and we talk about this all the time. And of course, it's like I was telling Mateo, this is an expensive piece, but I'll tell you what, you can do something like this very inexpensively.
Especially nowadays.
And do it, because your donors are amazing. Well, as if that wasn't enough, we're always talking about let your donors know, your supporters know about the impact. Well, then look what I get, Mateo.
I know. This is impressive. Very
It is
impressed.
your impact report, and once again, it's personalized. It says your impact report. I am making an impact, so I want to see, well, let's see. I'm looking for, famine threat in Africa. So I read this, and I think, oh, good. My money is going for famine. In fact,
That's what you focus on, right?
that's what I focused on, and I was so concerned about it when I got my first thank you note email. It talked about their global fund. And I emailed them back, and I said, wait a minute, I donated for the famine threat in Africa. And I immediately got a message said, thank you, we have transferred, we have designated your monthly gift for famine. So that makes you feel like somebody's really there, they're working with you instantly, and they care about where you want your donation to go. So they're talking about where my money is going. They give me an update on the crisis about the 12 million people that don't have a darn thing to eat, and that my gift, along with millions of other gifts, is helping. Then they said something really interesting, and I was reading this to Mateo earlier, and I said, look, they tell me that if I want to make more of an impact, that if I switch my monthly donation from a credit card to an automatic withdrawal from my checking account, I can have greater impact.
Wow.
In fact, look at that. I can have a credit card costs them up to 10 times more to process than a bank transfer. So please consider making the change. So, of course, I will. But isn't this wonderful? Because not only are they letting me know, welcome, they appreciate me, my gift is having an impact, and they're letting me know that I can have more of an impact, and they're very efficient, and my gift can be more efficient if I change it to automatic withdrawal. It's good, isn't it?
That's good. I mean, when you think about it, whenever you use your credit card or debit card, they charge you extra wherever you go. There's usually a fee. So imagine the impact you could have to one person, but over thousands of people.
10 times more it costs them to process. So I'm definitely going to do that. But I thought that this is something that I should mention to all of you fundraisers out there, that perhaps your credit card monthly gifts are costing you a lot of money, and you might want to let your donors know that they could have more of an impact if they wanted to make this switch.
So they even give you a little graph. I don't know. We'll show a close up.
Yeah, we don't
want
to move it around too much. We're going to make them dizzy.
So 87% of all the donations are going to program services.
Yeah, that's very good.
Would you say that's high?
I'd say that's really good. And I would say that the 8% fundraising, because when we first got these two pieces, my first thought was, as a fundraiser, I thought, Jiminy Christmas, how much are they spending on these?
I always wanna know.
8%, I like that. And I trust the fact that they are, because it gives their Charity Navigator rating. And so I'm... And 8%, if you're spending 8% or less on fundraising, that's really good.
That's
It means
impressive.
it's not all going to a high-priced CEO or something
Exactly.
like
And
that.
I always ask, whenever I'm asked when I'm at the grocery store and they're like, would you like to donate $1? I say, I would like to donate $1, but I need to find out how much of that dollar is actually going towards that cause.
Exactly.
I always want to know.
You know, just for a minute, you just made me think of something. Going back to, and I didn't really complete the thought, on social media with crises like Houston, I can imagine that if we go online by tomorrow, can you imagine all the people-to-people crowdfunding,
Yep.
peer-to-peer fundraising
Yep.
of people helping their friends and their neighbors in Houston?
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that you'll want to consider. For example, look at this amazing crowdfunder started by J.J. Watt. Now, J.J. Watt, as probably a lot of people know, is the NFL football defensive end for the Houston Texans. He started this, I think, just yesterday. And yesterday afternoon, I checked it. It was around 500,000. I tried to donate then. They were kind of backed up. It's already over $2 million today, and it's speeding along. I'm happy to say that I was able to donate rather speedily this afternoon. So much wonderful support happens now because of peer-to-peer fundraising, crowdfunders, people being able to react immediately on their phone to a crisis. You'll also want to be careful and check it out and feel confident that your money is going to exactly where you want it to go. So thanks for, I almost forgot that.
Of course.
Okay, so that is a little refresher idea on things that we talked about this summer. Take good care of your new donors. Bring them closer to the mission, show them the impact of their gift, and have a new welcome plan. And so from Save the Children, just in 2 months, I've gotten 2 emails, a welcome postcard telling me I'm awesome, very personalized in 3 places, and a beautiful newsletter telling me the impact, an impact newsletter, a gift impact newsletter. So that they just have it down to an art form.
I mean, I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed.
Me too.
What about this next one?
Okay, this next one impressed the heck out of me too, and so I saved it. And always in the summertime, your summer fundraising letter, it's important. And you definitely want to get it out there, of course, before your big ask, your big annual plea is, of course, at the end of the fiscal year. So I was very interested. I'm very interested in always looking at every appeal letter I get, but it's especially interesting in the summer because they're a little bit lighter weight, not as a compelling sense of urgency like year-end and tax time. But we're always talking about tell a story. You know, make your story the center of your appeal, a passionate story about one person, about one child, about one dog, about one cat that just desperately needed help and received help, and here's how you can help. And so I got this.
Yeah.
And this is Oregon Humane Society, and they started their story with the envelope.
Yeah.
A picture of Maggie,
Cutest.
and it says, Maggie's life is better because you cared. Isn't that perfect?
How cute.
So I can hardly wait to open this up because I know that I'm going to find out all about Maggie. You know, what happened to her, how they took care of her. And then, Mateo, on the back of the envelope, and we're going to put up the picture so
Yes.
they'll see this, but look what they did. They've got testimonials. Testimonials. So I'm going to stop and look at this. Thank you for all the wonderful things you do for these animals. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to give Ember a forever home.
Oh,
Isn't
so
that
precious,
wonderful?
forever home.
So isn't that clever? So remember this. Use your envelope. You can tell your story on the front and then have your testimonials on the back. So I thought this was exemplary. This whole piece is exemplary. Imagine what they're going to do at year end.
That second quote that you said literally made my eyes water. I had to take a moment. I mean, that's what you want, to impact the heart. You know?
Oh, yeah. And then, so now I open up the letter to find out about Maggie. And it starts, and it says, Dear Joy, it's personalized. And as you pointed out, it's recycled.
Soy, so it's recycled paper, and then it's soy-based ink.
Yeah.
Which,
you know, Portland, this is Oregon Humane Society up in Portland, and they're very environmentally concerned and elegant up there.
Yeah.
So it's personalized, of course, exemplary, Dear Joy, and then it starts out, Maggie sensed something was wrong. All right, I'm in. I gotta keep reading.
Yeah.
After a difficult labor, the 5-year-old border collie gave birth to 3 stillborn puppies. You could see the sadness and confusion in her eyes as she tried to figure out what was going on. And aren't you hooked? Don't you want to know what's happening and what they're going to do for Maggie? Well, they saw an opportunity to help her, and they asked Maggie if she'd be willing. They found another little family of struggling orphaned puppies.
Oh.
And so Maggie took over and helped raise these little puppies, and having them to love brought Maggie back to life. They were able to find a wonderful home for her, and they say your support created this amazing opportunity, giving 4 lives a second chance.
Oh, wow.
Isn't this just absolutely
cool story.
perfect? I know. So now they create a little bit of sense of urgency because you can help do something else. Please donate today to help raise $80,000 by September 30th so more pets can have this same opportunity. So now, not only did I could hardly wait to open the envelope to find out who Maggie was and what her story is, the very first sentence, I'm hooked, and then I'm heartbroken for her, and then I'm happy, and donations like mine made this possible.
Yeah.
So, and then of course there's a wonderful picture of Maggie. She's playing with her ball, and then they have their send back coupon down here. Yes, I will help save pets' lives this fall. And then you notice here that they start at the $100 level, but they tell you what $100 will do.
They get specific.
Yeah, they can vaccinate 20 pets that enter the shelter. 200, the next level. So they don't start out with $25 or $35. In other words, don't be afraid to ask your donors for a higher gift, because if you ask, you'll just probably get that higher gift.
And they even leave the option to make another donation, lower or higher.
That's right. Exactly, they do. And then they get their phone and their email, of course. And here I would like to join Pause by making, and you give a monthly gift. So that is always an option. And how many times have we said this summer, and last year, make monthly giving, put it
option,
front
yeah.
and center.
Yeah.
Give people that opportunity. On the back is just more great stuff, and it goes. They ask about 2 or 3 more times, but I wanted to make note, and we will show you this on the pictures that we edit in, the PS. And that's always so important. Do not forget in your annual appeal letters the PS. And their PS is, please don't wait. Your gift is needed today to help raise $80,000 by September 30th to care for pets who need your help. So they go back and they tell you how much they need, what their goal is, and they give you the date. So even though it's not year end with tax time coming up, you want to help more sweet dogs like Maggie and those little puppies that were orphaned that are now adopted and making a family very happy. So don't you think this is a wonderful, wonderful appeal piece?
I'm impressed because this is local.
This is Oregon.
Well, Oregon, you know what I
Portland.
mean? It's local Portland. It's not, it's not necessarily a nationwide
That's
thing,
right.
right?
That's what you were
What
saying
I'm saying is
earlier.
it's like
Yeah.
a local one, and they did such a good job just on the local Oregon space.
They did.
I'm impressed. Like the other
Well,
one was great because that's nationwide, but this is just as impressive.
Exactly, and I'll tell you, Oregon Humane Society is very impressive.
Yeah.
They are recognized on a national level.
Wow.
And now you can see why.
I can see why they really take it serious.
Yeah, and then they also, and we'll show this when we put it in, more ways to help pets, and they remind you that your employers might have matching gifts. They have a Friends Forever a packet that allows you to learn about putting Oregon Humane Society in your will. I've already included OHS in my estate plan, but have not notified you. And as a development director and executive director, that's really something very good. I have never done that myself, but I think that's amazingly interesting and astute of them, because sometimes you're really surprised where you get your bequests.
Right.
You don't even realize that it's going to happen. And here, you might inspire somebody to say, okay, well, I'll let them know I have included a gift for them in my will.
Don't you have a story similar that you found out kind of like through just like small talk that somebody had included?
Yes.
When you were working? Yeah.
Yes.
So you realize that happens
And
often.
then I've also had a time where I've been stunned by a bequest that's been from like someone that maybe over 15, 20 years has given us maybe only $40 a year. And all of a sudden we get this beautiful bequest.
Wow.
But I think sometimes you have monthly donors like that when you look through your database, they've been with you for years, so they obviously feel like you're doing something right, and they obviously feel like they're on your team, and they're maybe not making larger gifts all the time because they have decided to include you in their estate. They also say that people like that have been with you maybe 10, 15, 20 years, that do $40 maybe a year, will oftentimes at year end give you a larger gift. And that's, I say that, I put that out there for all the fundraisers that are worried about segmentation, because that's so important to know your donors, and so maybe that's a little clue as to if you're looking for where your bequests might come from. All right, well, one final thought that's kind of funny. Got to lighten up here a little bit. Well, we started out with such sad news, and then we did a couple of great things. I'm not
going to lie, I shed a tear. I did.
Well, now let's. I want to show them something.
That's
I want to
right.
show you. So our most reacted to tweet or retweet this summer was how to approach the wealthiest people for a gift. So now I ask you. So I asked my husband last night. I got this report and I said, do you think it was the picture that did it?
Yeah, probably.
And then I asked Mateo
Yeah.
that, and he's, oh, yeah, that's a great picture.
It is a great picture.
All right, so now I'm going to ask you, do you think, that picture had something to do with that being so
We'll throw it up there.
Okay, we'll throw it up there later. So if you want a little bit more information about the wealthy people, this was put out by Capital Campaign Masters Andrea Kilstead, and she says that the wealthy are just like you and me, rich people. And so, but she says that they have concerns like we do, and they've got to juggle competing priorities like we do. But she says the two guiding principles to remember is that our needs do not trump their needs. Mm-mm. Well, that's not exactly surprising, right? But hopefully they will care, and they do. But just because you need money isn't a reason for a wealthy person to give you some money.
That's true.
And principle number 2, having wealth is no reason to give. Just because someone has lots of money isn't a reason that they're going to give to your cause. And then she gets into why will they give to your cause and 3 ways to approach them for that gift. And I think you would enjoy this, so I'll put a link up.
Yeah.
If they don't enjoy the blog, they'll enjoy the picture, right?
That's a great picture. I mean, that's the kind of picture I want to be in.
They want to be on the with the wealthy peeps on their boat.
Yeah.
The wealthy, good-looking millennial peeps. Okay, Mateo. Well, it's been quite a summer here.
Yes, it has.
And we're looking forward to getting more good information out to everyone this fall, right?
Right. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
Okay, my friend. Well, thank you for having been here for our summer roundup, and we look forward to seeing you very soon with our fall fundraising festival. So we'll try to bring you some wonderful fundraising tips that will help you surpass every goal that you had in mind for 2017.
Is it going to include pumpkin spice latte stuff?
You saw that post.
Yeah, I did.
Everything's coming up pumpkin soon.
Everything's good. Just wait for it. It'll all be pumpkin flavored.
It'll all be pumpkin. I can't exactly promise that, but we've got to do something fun.
We should. Let's do it.
Yeah. We'll do something fun for Halloween.
Okay.
So we really wish you all a very happy summer roundup of your own. I know a lot of kiddos are going back to school today.
That's right. That was today.
Yeah, today. Well, I saw my granddaughter Addie started school in Virginia, and I've got some other relative kiddos that started school in Idaho. I don't think we've started in Oregon yet.
Not in Oregon, but I know in California because my nieces and nephew.
So,
and also on Snapchat, Kevin Hart took his kids to school today.
All right.
Mobile savvy, you know.
So there you are. Kids are going back to school. We're all getting ready to celebrate, hopefully, Labor Day. And we all celebrated the eclipse last Monday.
That was cool.
Wasn't that wonderful?
Wow.
So anyhow, it's been, we hope that you've had a great summer. And thanks for having tuned in. And we'll see you later. Oh wait.
Roll them back in.
If you want more information, we have hundreds of free fundraising videos on our YouTube channel. So check us out there. I mean, whether you're interested in monthly giving, major gifts, segmentation, databases, retention, stewardship, new donor welcome packets. I mean, we've covered it all.
Yeah.
And anytime we find something that we think is a great tip, a fabulous way of doing something that will get you great results, we put it out there for you. And of course, we're at joyolsongroup.com and blockbusterfundraising.com. Did I leave anything else out?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Oh, you can find us on Pinterest too.
Oh yeah, Pinterest.
You can find us on Twitter. You can find
LinkedIn.
us. Yeah, you name it.
So there you are. This time it's seriously. Bye-bye.
All right, see
Thank
ya.
you.